What's going on, everyone? This is Coach Eric Haber, or Coach, or Eric, or Haber, or whatever. And we're going to continue the season of 2024 analysis and statistics, clips, and all of that good stuff. Most of you have been with me for a couple of years now, but for the few that are just joining, again, I encourage you to go back to the previous video on this group where I go over the basics, what I'm trying to accomplish here. But essentially, we're going to be looking at you guys from a team perspective and trying to get you guys to meet certain goals from a numbers perspective. Certain goals of effective field goal percentage, turnover rate, offensive rebound percentage, etc. Now, again, you could use Huddle and this whole system to look at clips and do highlights and all that fun stuff as well. And we can talk about that as also. We'll do a whole Zoom call on how to use Huddle one of these days. And down the road, you'll be able to deal with the recruiting using Huddle also. But for your purposes and for my purposes, we're going to focus on the basketball part. And again, trying to get you guys to, I want to say behave in the wrong way, but trying to get the team to perform in a way that will allow you to compete in the tournaments that Chris is putting you. And there are certain metrics that I would like you guys to achieve that we spoke about in the last video, both from a team perspective and an individual perspective. And I'm talking to all of you. I'm talking to the coaches, I'm talking to the players. Really more talking to the coaches, but the players should be able to understand what I'm talking about. So again, to review, at this age group, for specifically the tournaments that Chris wants you to, are going to be putting you in, you're going to be needing an effective field goal percentage of 50%. Now, again, that's not, again, regular field goal percentage. You adjust by the, for threes. But so the number you're looking for in each individual game is 50% or higher. And we'd like that for the season also. Turnover rate, we need below 20 at the most. I'd love for you to get 15% turnover rate, but let's give you some good goals. So under 20% turnover rate is going to be fine. And then for offensive rebound percentage, once again, we need 30% or higher. Those are the numbers that are just key to being able to compete in the tough tournaments. Now, again, this particular tournament, wasn't particularly tough. You did have 2 wins and one pretty bad loss, I think. We'll get to that. But these numbers are what we're going to be looking for. And then we're going to look at the shot chart and kind of try to help you guys figure out a way, both from scheme and from philosophy, how to get to these good numbers. And then we'll talk about individuals as well. So this first game against Roadrunners, I mean, you slaughtered them. You won by 30, and it's no surprise. Your effective field goal percentage 72%. Actually, I shouldn't say that. There are some numbers that are just so good that it doesn't matter who you're playing. You should be very proud of. And I don't care who you're playing. If you're shooting an effective field goal percentage of 72%, you are humming. Okay. And we're going to get into why you had such a high effective field goal percentage in a minute. Let's take a look at the shot chart to that point. And again, what we're looking for in these shot charts are as few shots from here as possible. Okay. We want layups and threes. We've been over this for 3 years. Okay. I remember I used to come to practice, and when you would shoot a shot like this in practice, I would throw it in the trash can. And what I'm doing is at least metaphorically throwing it in the trash can here. All of these shots are very, very bad. And I don't care that they went in. I don't care that you were 2, 5, 6, whatever it is. During the course of an entire season, you're going to be shooting about 38% from here. So if you do a little quick math, if you shoot a shot that's worth 2 points and you're going to get it in, and you are going to get it in 38% of the time, carry the 0.76 points per possession, which is below that magical 1.0 point per possession we need to get to that 50% effective field goal percentage. All that you can just ignore, except the initial point. Just scratch all these. They're all bad. They're all death. And you will not win if you keep taking. Or I should say, you will not put yourself in a position to win the good tournaments if you take these shots. And these are what you should be taking. So I would actually consider this 2, 8, 9, 11, 13. The fact that you took 13 bad twos, I'm actually considering this game a failure. And again, this is what you're going to get from me. You're going to get results, non-results oriented analysis here. And I will say that the amount of shots you made from these bad twos were outliers. And if anything, it'll just lure you into a false sense of security, letting you take these in the future. Just really scratch these from your repertoire. And after the whole season is over, you'll thank me for it. Now let's take a look at the individuals here. Let's see who did well. This is kind of more fun than anything else, but let's just see. There's Weedy, 4 for 5 from 2 and 3 for 5 from 3. Excellent. John, 3 for 4 from 3. Let's go. Petey, 2 for Pete, 2. Can you be Pete yet? Yeah, you're going to be Pete from now on. You're no longer Pete. That's it. 2 for 3 from 3. Very nice. Everybody did well. Everybody shot the lights out, and you won by 30. Very, very nice. But again, I would scratch all those bad twos. To that point, let's go on to the next game, which is the game against Terror Squad, where you guys were probably a terror. Let's take a look at it. 38% effective field goal percentage. Okay, so to my point, if you're going to be doing this, you're not winning, right? You're not winning the tournaments that Chris is going to want you to win. And you're not going to be able to get away with this because your turnover rate was just okay, 17.8%. And the offensive rebound percentage wasn't good. So, this is not going to look good. And this is why you lose by 20. Let's take a look. I really hope the shot chart is going to do me justice here. Let's see. Let's get lucky. No, I mean, actually, if you want to know the truth, I prefer this shot chart to the one where you won by 30. You did only take 2, 3, 4, 5 bad twos out of 55. So shot selection wasn't bad, but I don't know what was going on with this. 2 of 11 at the rim. But what's cool about it is you can find out. You click through this, and it will show you all those shots at the rim. Okay, so you got intimidated by this big dude, I guess, a little bit. Let's see what happens. You want to see all these? Let's see. Oh, goodness. That's a big boy, huh? The number 22? Yeah, that's good grief. Yeah, that's going to be tough taking it into the trees there. Let's see. How many blocks does this guy have? Let's see this. Yeah, it's that one needs a little more crown work. Or at least we're trying, but yeah, that guy's tough. Sometimes that's the way it goes, I suppose. But oof. See, that one was probably the worst shot of them all, and that went in. Let's see. Uh-oh, another block. Oh my God. Yes, here comes another one. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, this is a tough matchup. I'll just say that. I mean, at least you tried. Oh God, here's another one. Oh my God. All right. Tough game, tough spot. Let's take a look at how you guys are doing from 3 at least. Boy, oh boy. Totals. Pete, 5 for 6 from 3. Oh, that was against Boys to Men. So. Against the Terror Squad. Weedy, 1 for 6. I got bad news. If Weedy's going 1 for 6 from 3, Jagger, you're 1 for 5. And that guy's getting 15 blocks. This is not your day. That's just the way it's going to be sometimes. But I mean, at least you tried to get to the rim instead of taking the bad twos. But that was just a tough thing to overcome. Sometimes basketball is going to be like that. All right, let's go on to the last game, which was against Boys to Men. Very nice 20-point win. Let's see how we did here. I think we must have gotten our act together in this game. Yep. Oh my God, 75% effective field goal percentage. Let's go. Look at this. 16 for 31 from 3. We could be onto something here. Oh, this is nuts. 15 for 21 from two. This is amazing. Good job, guys. Let's see this. This shot chart looks like. Excuse me. How many bad twos? Only 3. That's what I want to see. Look at this. Look at this efficiency. I want to see the individuals here. Let's take a look at this. This is nuts. Totals by athlete. Pete 5 for 6 from 3. Okay, that's the best I can. I have nothing else to say except Pete 5 for 6 from 3. Applause. So overall, I mean, you had 2 games where you guys shot the lights out, and 1 game where you couldn't make anything. But I do have faith that you're going to embrace the right types of shots. I do. And I think we know who the good 3-point shooters are. I haven't seen Corey you play yet. I haven't really seen too much of Tristan. But I think overall, I think you guys are off to an okay start. You got to avoid, I guess, playing against those 7-footers in the lane. But sometimes you're gonna have to deal with that. One thing you can do, by the way, is you can look at your stats report for the whole season. So when you do this, you do the whole season. And we can look at this overall, and we can see that we're still way above pace. We're at 60% effective field goal percentage. So listen, if I'm going to be goal oriented, I have to praise you for this. This is not going to stay throughout the course of the season. That's just not the way it works. But if you can keep this above, that's great. Turnover rate, a little fishy. We could turn down the turnovers just a little bit. 3-point field goal percentage as a team, 40%. Hey, peace. You could do that, great. It would be the first team I've ever coached or even seen that could keep that up. I think that if it's as a team, you could do 33 or 35. I think that would be amazing. And then the other thing you could do is you could look at the shot chart for the whole season for the whole team. And see what percent of bad twos you're taking. And we'll keep those down. And then you can look overall as an athlete for the whole season. All 5 games. That has 3 from this week and 2 from a couple weeks ago. And what you could be looking for as individuals, again, you guys are probably all way ahead of this now, but something to look for. Here's your goal. I want all of you to look for, you have to be able to either make 50% from 2 or 33% from 3. You have to be able to do one of those. And I'd love for you to be able to do both. Now, doing both is very difficult, but it's something to root for. So if you look at your individuals and you see your 2-point percentage, almost all of you are over 50%. And 3-point percentage, almost all of you are over 33. So you got yourself a good head start. What can I say? If the numbers don't lie, just keep doing what you're doing and keep taking good shots and avoid playing those 7-footers. And, you guys might be onto something after all here. So we'll see. Good luck, everybody. I'll catch you after the next tournament. Or maybe I'll catch you at practice.